Hello and good morning. I hope everyone is good. Today is. Oh, wait, hold on. I thought I saw a spider, but it's outside. So I've got another setup today. It's for my friend's 25th birthday. So today's theme is grey. It's grey, white, and gold. Mostly grey and white with like accents of gold. Don't know why I always do this when I talk, and I don't talk like this in person. So yeah, it's just me today, and I'm doing, I think, one of the largest garlands I've done. It might be, I think it's going to be actually bigger than what I did for my niece. I'm going to insert a picture like right here. So it's going to be a bit bigger than that. So I just need to go to storage now to get my mesh wall, and then I'm going to start prepping because I want to try and do as much here and doing it over there. She only lives around the corner, but it's just easier for me to get it out of the way now than do it later. And yeah, I'm wearing glasses. Lost my contacts down the drain. Whole nother story. I don't know why I mentioned that, but anyways, we move. I'm starting to have like balloons just all over the house. It's getting really annoying. I've got balloons here, I've got balloons in that corner over there. Then I've got, oh god. It's all good. Let's go. Blowing up double stuffed balloons can actually be quite a long process, just because I'm still trying to figure out a quicker way to actually tie them both together. So yeah, this process for me can sometimes be a bit long, especially if I'm doing it by myself. Overall, it took me about an hour to blow up between 100 to 150 double stuffed balloons, but then I also blew up some smaller balloons in between as well. So it didn't take as long as I thought it would, but sometimes dyeing double stuffed balloons can be like really harsh on my fingers. With this garland as well, I was trying to make sure that I was blowing up different sizes. I noticed that with some of the garlands that I was doing before, I was more focused on the smaller size balloons. So I wanted to make sure that this time I had a variation of small, medium and large, which you can see here, like there's quite a few large ones in this part. This is what I've done so far. I didn't actually realise how much I'd blown until I stood up. So yeah, this is everything so far, and there's still more to come. So I'm now in the middle of actually joining these balloons to make clusters. I'm still trying to find a method where I can do them two at a time instead of me having to blow up one balloon and then tie them together. It's just a long process, so yeah, I need to find a quicker way of doing this. But anyways, I'm making clusters now, so I've still got all these ones left to do. This is the setup right now in my car. I should have actually showed the boot, but it was a headache to even put everything together. So to bring up my phone to record, it wasn't appealing. So yeah, everything is literally like packed to the brim. It's all, yeah. As I said, my car is very small, so I'm even surprised that I've been able to fit all of this. Thank God she only lives around the corner, so I'm gonna have to drive slow because, as you can see, I cannot really see at the back at all. I can't see back here, and I definitely can't see to my left. I can only see outside my passenger window, which is there. So yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting drive. Literally the back of my car, as you can see, it was stuffed to the brim and I've just taken these two bags out, so yeah, there was no space for anything. Here you can see me making the clusters for the base of the garland. So I was actually trying a new method that I found from a lady that I follow from America. Her YouTube page is Online Balloon Classes. So what she does is she actually makes clusters of 8 and then she will then join them together to make the base of her garland. What I was doing before is I was making clusters of 4, which is still a good method, but it just takes me a bit longer. So I found that this method was actually a lot quicker, and yeah, it's still going to take some practice, but I did actually prefer doing it this way. This is just my friend. She was just helping me put the clusters of 4 together so that I can then put the clusters of 8 together. I hope this actually makes sense, but if it doesn't, let me know and then I can do a video further explaining what it is that I'm talking about. This is me actually joining the 2 clusters of 8 together. This was actually my first time trying this method, so it took me a little while, but not as long as I thought it was going to take me. It's a little bit hard to pull the two balloon heads together, and I did end up using a 260 some of the time, which you can see here, to intertwine them together. But yeah, I'm going to keep practicing this method because it's actually a lot easier than just using the 260. Easier and quicker. Here I'm just blowing up more balloons just to fill up the garland. So I'd only blown up about half of the balloons at mine, so I was doing the remaining half at the client's house. I wasn't quite sure with with how I wanted to incorporate the white into the grey, because I know that my friend wanted it to be more grey than white. So here I was just experimenting. So what I ended up doing, which you're going to see later on, is that I just had it as like a little mini section of the garland, and then the main part of it was grey, which I actually really liked. That black balloon that you're seeing there was actually one of the double stuff that popped. So later on, you're not going to see it in the video because I don't think I caught it, but I just ended up popping it just to take it out of the way, and then I replaced it with another balloon. I just stuck it on with a balloon glue dot just to fill up the space. In the back now is starting to take its shape. They wanted it to be quite long, so yeah, you're gonna see me basically just flying this garland around just to create the extra length, because it was actually quite long and tall, however way you want to say it. I was just in this part just securing the garland, because I think one of the ones that I had attached earlier, I didn't tie it tight enough, so I was just using a 260 just to make sure that it was properly secured, so that if they were to move it for any reason, or just for any reason anyway, just to make sure that it was secure so that there would be no drooping or anything like that. So yeah, just always make sure that if you're doing a garland, just make sure that it is secure. If you see it loose anywhere, just make sure that you find a way to tighten it. Now I'm just making my clusters for my 5-inch white balloons. So here you're going to see me attaching it to the mini white section there, just to fill it up and make it look a bit more organic. And like I said earlier, the main focus was the grey, so with the gold accent colours, I was just making sure that there was enough to be seen but not too much to make it overbearing. This was my first time using 24-inch balloons successfully, and I say successfully because the first time that I did it, which was when I first started doing balloon garlands, it didn't come out right, so I'm pretty pleased with how well this one turned out. One of them actually popped earlier, so I ended up just having two, but I think the two actually worked out well. This is the finished look. I actually forgot to record when I was putting the balloons on the ceiling because we moved it from one section of the room to closer to the garland. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content, and I hope you have a blessed day.